everyone, welcome to Fruit of the Wheel. I'm Radhika. Today we're going to talk a little bit about this beautiful lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 28th of October at 5 degrees Taurus in 9 minutes. This is the final eclipse of the Taurus-Scorpio eclipse cycle that began in November 2021. Those of us who have natal planets and positions around these degrees in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, the fixed signs, will feel this all the more. We can also have other aspects to our natal chart happening. Do check out your birth chart to see which houses, which planets might be involved with the eclipse, with the sun and the moon. But for all of us, this is truly a culmination point. It is a culmination point. Every full moon is. A lunar eclipse is a full moon eclipse. But when it's the final eclipse in an eclipse cycle, it's doubly so. And there's a lot of power here because we also have Jupiter in Taurus opposing Mercury and Mars conjunct in Scorpio. We also have Lilith in Virgo trining the moon and sextiling the sun. A lot of energy, a lot of powerful energy. I just want to say quickly as well, the Taurus-Scorpio cycle, for those of us who had a nodal return, that means we were born with the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio, well, this time was very significant. And I did a video specifically dedicated to those of us born between 83 and 86, who could have had the South Node, Saturn, and Pluto in Scorpio, or two of the three. This was a deeply transformative time, especially because Uranus has been in Taurus. So if you're interested, do check out the video. It acknowledges how many transits were going on, how intense that time could have been, and how truly transformative it was. But for all of us, regardless, Uranus being in Taurus has meant that this cycle was so dynamic, collectively, globally, as well as personally. And we see that in the markets, we see that in agriculture, the environment, produce, crypto. So much of what we considered our material security is being shaken up, has been so for a while now. And personally, our relationship to our abundance and our material security has changed. And it was meant to, in relation to what's happening globally and individually. So Taurus is about the instinct to survive and the instinct to thrive, ruled by Venus, abundance, fertility, growth, pleasure. Scorpio is also about energetic abundance, resources, but in shared terms. There isn't a circle that's drawn around mine, which Taurus energy can have. Crudely put, you'd say Taurus is me and mine, and Scorpio is us and ours. But it's about something deeper than that, right? Surviving and thriving. So how has our relationship to how we survive and how we thrive changed over the last 2 years? How has this part of our psyche, this part of our charts been transformed? What's been going on? What have we learned? Taurus Scorpio is a lot about our desire nature. So there's been a lot of change in what we desire, giving ourselves permission to desire, recognizing what abundance and prosperity means to us, what a comfortable, pleasurable, joyful, stable, and secure life means for us. And how the Scorpio South Node has been contributing to that is by allowing a lot of our subconscious fears. Scorpio rules the underworld, the dark realm, and the riches, the treasures of those darker realms, coming up so that we can face our fears and release release a lot of those fears when it comes to our survival and comes to our fears regarding desire, our fears around pleasurable, loving living. A lot of that has come up, and we've had a wonderful opportunity over this time to transmute that. Scorpio is the power of transmutation. It is the alchemist. And we can definitely see how that's contributed to us getting to this culmination point. We had the first Aries eclipse in April, and 2 weeks ago we had the first Libra eclipse, because in July, the nodal axis shifted into Aries and Libra. So what we learned through the Taurus-Scorpio cycle has contributed to how we're envisioning our future through Aries-Libra energy. Taurus-Scorpio are quieter, feminine signs, feminine energy. Very physical, very natural, very primordial, intuitive and instinctive. So we've been feeling through our bodies. We've been feeling through our relationships, especially our intimate relationships, through intense feeling and through a deeper understanding of what pleasure means to us, what peace means to us. Through the process of simplifying, Taurus is simpler. Scorpio is very complex and intricate. And complexity, intricacy is beauty. It has so much beauty to it. When the experience of intricacy and complexity is beautiful, it's pleasurable. When it isn't, Scorpio can be unnecessary drama, melodrama, crisis, complications. And a lot of this process has been about releasing that and creating a simpler substance of self as our richest natural resource to build a life of prosperity, of optimal health. And that, Taurus-Scorpio are fixed signs, so there's a stability here. Stable, loving, loyal signs. When we embrace loyalty to our desires, to our vision, to healthy relationships, through healthy relationships, yes, between humans, but also to money, to abundance, to our environment, to the earth. When we establish loyalty here, stability here, peace here, simplification here, the vision and the intention and the ability to carry it out through Aries in the North Node now becomes easier, less fearful, more willing to explore and be adventurous because there's an inner stability. And this last eclipse here in Taurus is absolutely a final invitation to grasp that, to embrace that, to invite that in through the eclipse portal, and to release whatever remains of those primordial fears, subconscious fears, scarcity mentalities, insecurities about our place here, our ability to create a wonderful life, our ability to trust others, to trust the universe, to trust life as loving and giving and generous, and embracing our natural need and desire to be loving, generous givers. Scorpio. And this final eclipse is where we get to just nicely, maybe it doesn't feel so nicely. Maybe it doesn't feel so nice for some of us. For some of us, remaining fears could be surfacing. Beautiful. This is still beautiful. It's wonderful. It is still nice because we want to eliminate them. Eclipse portals help us do that. Just whoosh. Others might be feeling really excited, really thrilled with the energy that's floating around during this eclipse season. Whatever the experience is, it's beautiful, it's lovely, it's on time, it is necessary, and our only job is to be as porous as possible. Eclipse time, not intention setting time. Eclipses do not need the force of human intention applied. Here we welcome the forces of the eclipses. We welcome them in to give us the gifts that they want to, and to remove the shit that we really want gone. So we stay open. Our energetic field, we keep it as resistance-free as possible. To be resistance-free really means to be a little free of, or not a little, free of the attachment to our desires. So there's so much manifestational energy here with Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, right? Mercury is going deep into the understanding of our desire nature, deep into the understanding of our intimate relationships, deep into the understanding of our need to feel powerful. And this is natural. We do need to feel powerful. And Mars is there, traditional ruler of Scorpio. He wants to act. He wants to act it through his power. He has incredibly focused drive right now. These are two personal planets, Mars and Mercury together, opposing the social planet of Jupiter. Jupiter has a more expanded, larger vision. Social planet, not just for us, for the collective. Whatever Mars and Mercury are like honing in on, focusing on, concentrating, perceiving, and there's a growth of energy towards very concentrated action. Jupiter and Taurus, okay, for what? Let's take a minute. What for? What's the vision here? It's Taurus. So it's got to feel good, feel healthy, provide stability, provide peace. Simple, yet prosperous. Not just for us individually, for everybody. How is the Mercury and Scorpio, very magician energy, very magician energy. Whatever magic they want to make happen, whatever magic we want to make happen, the way we want to change our lives, the way we want to manifest, what's it for? Each and every one of us transmuting ourselves to contribute to a more peaceful, pleasurable, stable, safe, simpler way, more natural way of being. Creating a collective that feels that way. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's let the eclipse help us do this. Stay open, stay free, face whatever is coming up. It's Scorpio season, not just this eclipse, but over the next few weeks, this is the opportunity. Whenever Scorpio season comes, we cleanse, we purify, we become truth. And Scorpio is strong, it's bold, and it's sexy. Right? Let's embrace that depth of sensual, sexual power. And let it be expressed externally into the material world, into our relationships, into our abundance through Taurus. That's the invitation now. I want to keep it simple and shorter. I'm a bit of a blabber monkey. So yes, this is what I'd like to say. It's happening over the weekend, the eclipse. Taurus and Scorpio are very much about the senses. So if we can, no matter what we're doing, spending the day alone, with people, at home, out and about, whatever, I would suggest doing an activity that involves the senses so that you can really tune into the energy of this eclipse. Through the body, through the soul, through feelings. That's where the power is coming from. And let whatever rise. Receive this precious wisdom through the senses. And engage fully. Be immersed through your human sensual form with this eclipse. And see what wisdom arrives. What gifts arrives. And what you clearly see is time to let go of, time to transmute. We have this energy available to us further along. It's not the end of Taurus and Scorpio. We always have Taurus and Scorpio in our charts. But I'm guessing that this part of your chart has been deeply transformed over the last couple of years. And now we get to take what we learned to the next level, put it into action through Aries and Libra, and watch how our manifesting selves unfold, but from a more secure, peaceful, simpler, and more loving space. Taurus and Scorpio, deeply loving axis, deeply loving and loyal, beautiful energy, romantic, so romantic, sensual, sexual. How, and not just between people, our relationship to the world is sensual and sexual and romantic. Can you see that? Can you feel that? How you can engage with life romantically, intimately. That's the gift of Taurus-Scorpio. Always willing to let go, to release, to die, to be reborn. And that's how the flourishing, the thriving is allowed to continue. Die fearlessly, be reborn gloriously. And then enjoy. Taurus is about presence, enjoying the abundance that already is and that continues to grow. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. And let Jupiter educate you. Let Jupiter educate you through Taurus now, through this entire year, until he changes sign. Educate you in the value, because that's what Taurus is, it's value. Resources, both these signs about resources are really about priority. To survive and to thrive, we need to prioritize correctly, right? What matters? What really matters? Literally matters, Taurus, right? And in Jupiter, with Jupiter in Taurus, we have a meaning. There's greater meaning to the matter. How has this changed our belief system about the way we envision the world, our lives, our relationship to nature, our relationship to our bodies, our relationship to everything that I mentioned? This opposition between Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury, very powerful, very powerful, very informative, strong drive, strong concentration, very intelligent, penetrative perception and understanding. Tremendous desire nature being marinating here. And Jupiter peaceful in Taurus, peaceful power, peaceful power. How do you use your focus and your drive and your desires for peaceful power and shared power, shared abundance? How are we taking care of each other? How can we grow this together? Okay, I said I'd not be blabbery, and then I did it anyway. I think that's enough. Have a beautiful eclipse, no matter how that's being expressed. Receive, release, and just be immersed in the loving, loving gift that it is to be a human on this beautiful planet, in this beautiful cosmos. Okay, that's enough. So much love. Till next time.